don't know how to get this off again. Dun, dun, dun. That's off. Why can't I get rid of this? Why won't I get rid of this? I can't click on it like I used to just be able to get rid of it. I can't get rid of it. Hi, you guys. How are you? I'm excited. Are you guys excited? Oh, here, wait, here. What is this it? I got it. Okay, delete. I got it. I finally found it. Okay, you guys, I'm shaking. I am shaking because, wow. Oh, wait a minute. Where'd you go? Okay, here you go. Okay. I didn't charge this. I'm trying to do too much stuff. You guys, this is it. This is it. Okay, let me get set up online. Make sure everything else is set up. Because I am like really shaky excited. Shaky because it's all coming together. Okay, where is everybody? I can't even type. I'm shaking. How's my brain supposed to work if I'm like this shaky? Right? Okay. Make sure this is on because I cannot believe this. Okay, so there's going to be a lot of information. I'm really trying to keep it as simple as possible. I think this is why I was having migraines for like 2 weeks. It seems like when I am like kind of leaping into like a quantum leap, so to speak, into new information or major shifts, I feel like this is what happens because my migraines in my body kind of shut down, but my hands can still do the cards, and it's like the intuition picks up differently, but it's like the brain and the physical has to adjust. Just a second. What is this? Yes. Okay. Save. Oh my gosh, I'm still just like shaky. Why can't I get to this other stuff? Okay, I'll just go here. Where are you guys in the chat? I'm gonna mute myself, hit play. Hi you guys! There you go, I see you in the chat. I'm a little slow, I know. Here, move this out of the way. Hi, you guys! Yay! Walk by faith, you made it. Yes, lots of headaches, angel wings. Recounting, that is a good question. I have a lot of information. This is why everything is going so slowly. HWY 138, shaky, yeah. Okay, you guys, I'm shaking for good reasons, okay? Oh, hi, Julie, you took the day off and you're with us. Yay, hi, Bonnie. Hi, y'all. Okay, hi, Larry girl. Hi, Crystal Tarot. Hi, hello, Ohio. Aloha Friday. Yes. Thank you, Impish. Okay. Okay. I'm just also trying to think about how to keep this simple. And a sip of coffee. Okay. Hi. Guys, I'm so happy. Okay. Where do I start? It's Friday. It's November 6th. We just came off of our full moon. I made some notes so I wouldn't get lost. So we're just going to jump straight into this part and it's related to the reason why I decided in the wee hours I had to go live today to talk about this before we got to our quarter moon. Oh, wow. Because, so as you know, I do these full moons, these lunations, new subscribers, new viewers. This is really complex information. If you can just try to listen to the story, you should get the gist of it. You don't have to have any knowledge about tarot or astrology, although it helps. But I really just try to keep it simple because I know my brain operates on a totally different level with my hands. And, you know, that's what happens. What's happening right now, for those of you who have been with me and have been with me since the can opener eclipse and before, and the giant eclipses of 2019, and the Saturn-Pluto conjunction, and the Jupiter conjunct the galactic center, Uranus and Taurus and the civil rights and the divine feminine and all that, everything has come to a head. There's no turning back. And the Republican Party and Donald are stunned because they're like, what the F just happened this week? It didn't happen just this week. It started back in January 2019 that we had to just be patient and abide by the astrological rules and demands to get us here. It's all come to a head. It's why counting everything is going so brutally slow. It's not because they don't know how to count. It's not because this is the first time we're doing it. No, this is a massive investigation that has come to a head. Ah, darn it, I gotta get my charger on this. Anyway, that's why. So why do I say that? We're just gonna go simple. So when I did this Terrascope for this full moon, this is the horoscope, this is the eastern horizon, top of the chart, western horizon. I want you to notice that the sun is right here in 8 degrees of Scorpio. This area has to do with your hopes and wishes and friends and technology and science. The astrology said, I will. We also knew, so this is the sun. The sun represents the leader of a nation. It is intercepted in this house. Intercepted meaning this sector of the sky is not exactly 30 degrees like each sign of the zodiac, because the earth is tilted on its axis. Then the houses they get really big and they get really small because the earth is now on its tilted. Here, look at this. All right, isn't this pretty? So if the sun is over here, it can't shine exactly 30-degree equal segments of sunshine. This areas are going to get more, while up here it's going to get smaller, and over here it's going to get smaller. Okay? That's why we have houses that are bigger and smaller. Oh my gosh, I think I get to write off my globe. I just used that as a prop, right? So these houses get smaller because of that phenomenon. Because these are sectors actually in the sky. The zodiac is constant out in the galaxy. But because of the location, it's smaller. So the sun represents the president, and he's intercepted. Think of jail. He cannot wiggle his way out of stuff. He has to wait until the next lunation, but he cannot make anything move. He is stuck there with whatever else is stuck there. And he's in this area of hopes, wishes, friends. The thing, remember, giving life to this chart when I did the astrology, I was like, oh my God, why do we have this sacrifice card? Because a sacrifice card has only showed up this year when we had deaths, like with George Floyd and Ruthie. And KJU, dead, not dead. That's the only time the sacrifice came up. So I was worried something was going to happen. What I think has happened is that Donald is intercepted here and stuck with this Scorpio, sign of Scorpio, and his friends sacrificed him and threw him under the bus, is what I think might be related to that. So the sun is at 8 degrees Scorpio. The moon and Uranus, sudden shocking events. Also, this 5th house of the sun, this sector now is intercepted here with Taurus, which has to do with Venus, which has to do with gains and votes. And over the skies of Washington, D.C., we have Mercury counting. Retrograde, going back, re-examining, counting, data. It's in an air sign, so communications, contracts, justice. Okay? Since this full moon, Venus, which was on the lands far away, 9th house, Putin's house, and everyone else who had control over Venus, voting counts, since this full moon, it's moved over the midheaven and now is there next to Mercury, counting votes. And the POTUS can't do anything about it. We, the people, are right here expecting shocking news because the moon represents we, the people. Mind you, Mars is still retrograde, defending home. It only has energy to defend the home, defend the clan, defend itself. It does not have the energy to defend the indefensible or garbage cases being brought to courts right now. It doesn't have that energy. So as I'm going through this, I kind of I do my Teroscope, I do cards like for various people, but then the things that catch my attention in the headlines where you're like, what is going on? This doesn't make sense. So the two things I started with, which is why I was going live, was overall cheating. What's going on with that in our election? And then the actual hacking and flipping / changing of things. My goodness, does this have a story to tell? So I am just going to tell you the primary players so we can just keep moving, okay? So when we have this area of sacrifice and what we're sensing, we have cheating, that's suppression of votes, counting, the 10 of Cups, the Republican Party, the family. And the people that lined up with that was the United States government and their counter-hacking efforts. This is what they were focused on. Am I buffering yet? Because YouTube really hates when I start talking like this. So right off the bat for this cheat, the United States is on it. We have MBS, the CIA, and the reason why Junior cried on Fox News, he cried. He was sacrificed. This is why he's out there and crazy. He's in trouble. He knows he's busted. The 10 of Cups, the Republican Party, the only thing that came up here was because nothing happened. Something happened or nothing happened for this second house of gains and incomes. This is the counting. I think this is the interference, how they got busted. So in this first house, the 3 of Cups, the tarot said we're going to talk about the 3 of Cups, the election, and how we're messaging that with others. And those people are Mnuchin and Chow right here in terms of cheater. And they were messaging, and I think Haspel picked it up because she showed up here. The messaging area then passed it on to the fifth house of the president, creativity. So who is in the fifth house? Facebook and Zuckerberg. Okay, this is not an exhaustive list because I can't do everyone. I just do things that come up. So something with that, and then that there was that group that Facebook took down when they were talking about planned protest, arming people, and doing that. Now, this was the other thing. I'm like, what? So then the second thing that happened, so these are the messaging. This area has to do with your incomes and gains. So you're talking about vote totals, you're talking about data, and how you're going to pull that off for the Republican Party, the 10 of Cups. That's why Nigel Farage was in D.C. I'm like, what the heck are you doing here on the eve of the election? He shows up all over the place. He was there, and so was Kimberly G. Reversed. Knight of Pentacles. She gave it up. She's busted. She and Junior are busted. Somehow she's busted. And then the first house itself, what it represents, came up here. So there were transactions that were problematic and people were caught in communications. And then there's the evidence showing up amongst these people with Nigel and Kim. The communications area, creativity, hacking, cheating. The cheating had the strength card here, and that was Haspel. The fourth house, I have no one here. But the tarot said, look to the hanged man, which is getting caught. Cheating had the 5 of swords, which is like the mafia. So the mafia got caught. Fifth house of the sun, communications, that was the Knight of Cups. Someone making an offer. That's Donald making an offer. Zuckerberg caught up in that. Same with Facebook. The sixth house, get this. Day-to-day activities. This is usually public servants, military, it's intelligence, it's investigations, it's healthcare. Putin showed up here, which is also ruled by Mercury, which has to do with messages. So at the full moon, we had the void of course missing moon with the astrology, which tells me something's been staged. And we're going to see the results of it later. And the tarot had the 4 of Pentacles, which is really trying to hang on to an election. Basically, hang on to our stuff, deflect everyone else. You can't sit here. Your votes don't count. In terms of partnership, when it comes to cheating in D.C., those people... Am I buffering? Those people have to do with all of this malware, ransomware that is happening to hospitals. I knew there was some related to changing COVID Cerveza numbers, we're suspecting. 7th house partnerships, we have the NRA. Oh, this guy, Bray, Bray, B-R-A-Y, who was assigned to go talk to Judge Sullivan about the order for the USPS and the Inspector Generals to sweep everywhere and bring the ballots in because there's 300,000 missing ballots. He said, and I threw teroscopes like on every part of his sentence to make sure I understood what was going on. This is where he is in partnership. His reasoning on why mail ballots did not get scanned. They bypassed it because they just wanted to go as quickly as they could. That's a bunch of BS. We all know that is. And the Saturn-Pluto conjunction showed up. To them, cheating, Saturn-Pluto conjunction showing up, that is your opposition. We the people, 7th house, we the people, that is our government doing its job. Showed up there. Now, this 8th house here, shared resources, life, death, transformation, espionage, taboo, taxes, Bitcoin, shared resources. money that you owe people or what people owe you, you share these things. It's also like surgeons, and spies. The only person who had a card here related to that was a Two of Swords, separating people, separating voters, or maybe cutting a voter out, is Moflotus. Moflotus, because she's a mofo. Moflotus. She was there. She has felt jittery to me lately. 9th house, lands far away with cheating. We have the Ace of Cups. Gimme, 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 gimme. Everything I want that would make me so happy. That's their up, especially when it comes to transmitting information. I traced that back to like a year ago. And then China was there as well, trying to get what they wanted. What's crowning the cheating in DC? We have partnerships and their plans. Here we have the Six of Swords. Losing stuff, reversed. Eric Trump. He's caught up in this. I don't know if he threw Junior under the bus, but he is trying to weasel his way out. He's also stuck. We have the Fool here. I don't have anyone there. Six of Pentacles was here, which is the balance of votes, tilting things. White House Counsel. Ha ha ha. Prism, Prism. If you do at Prism, that is a specialized organization within our cybersecurity, working and watching social media and picking up conversations. And then we have the Nevada primaries and Parscale. This is where it gets really good and juicy, you guys. Hidden enemies, hanged man, we have Facebook. Oh, my sexy trolls. You guys know how my sexy trolls keep showing up? And to me, it always corresponds when an op is going on. So I always throw a teroscope on my sexy trolls that are like from Malaysia and the Asian Pacific region. And they all use the same profile picture. They have all mostly got started in like 2006, 7, 2010. That's the hidden enemy. So somehow they're related with cheating. So you just got to block them all, right? Let me check in with you guys real quick. See how you're doing. Okay, how you guys doing? Hi. Okay. Yeah, David. He's having those issues because I think he knows how much trouble he's in and he's gotten caught and he can't get out. Oh, real? I buffered on that, JD. I have done it. That's happened before. They don't like that word. Or fat bastard. You know, Steve Annenbay. Hi, you guys. Oh, Donalyn, the epic meltdown is happening. And that's why I'm grateful for this slow counting, because they can't get out of it. Let me get a drink. So this is happening behind the scenes, okay? At the full moon, we have the Seven of Swords was the secret, stealing. Seven of Swords has always showed up for me for stealing, election stealing data, but reversed means they got caught and they have to make amends for that. What's the word? And I'm looking for the word begins with an R. Anyway, they're being accountable for this. We have the Queen of Wands here, hidden enemy. That's the process of Don Julio handing over the United States over to Vlad. That's his ultimate goal. But we also have a lunar eclipse here. Oh my God, it's so amazing. So that was that part. For cheating. There's actual, I was like, do I dare look at this hack pancakes, flipping pancakes? Yeah. So, giving life to this chart, we have Nigel Farage, the King of Cups, Putin, Walmart. Okay, because I've talked about this a couple times recently. Donald signed that patriotic education executive order from 1776. Last week is like, hey, I signed that 1776 executive order for patriotic education. I'm like, no, you didn't, Donald. You did that October, September, and that was a deal with, we traced it back to a deal with DeVos, which ended up leading to Eric Prince, and then the deals with TikTok and Walmart and Oracle, those three, Oracle, Walmart, buying TikTok. And somehow funds going from Department of Education, I think Mnuchin was involved in it, so like, I think, so people could get paid for hacking, you know? So Donald brings that up last week. I'm like, oh, you're asking for help. You need some help? That's what was on the ascendant for the flipping pancakes. Him, Walmart, the cheating that happened in the Nevada primaries, and the healing that was happening for the United States. I talked about this at the full moon. I did a separate video on the healing, what we're healing ourselves from at this full moon. That is happening. Flipping pancakes got caught. Because here, the first house about flipping pancakes, that's the spy, the Page of Swords. And that includes what Pelosi knows about the cheating. And then Parscale is a secondary player. And so this was in the first house, but the astrology at this said the 12th house looked to the first house body. So this is actually my 12th house, goes to the first house body. So the secret here, 12th house secrets, is trying to influence this right here, the election. We have Pelosi and Parscale. But who's in this 12th house with the Tower and the World card? KJU, G, the Michigan rally. Now, these lines that go through here is a note for myself that is especially strong about, potent about flipping pancakes. And the World card on a world stage, the Department of Justice. Remember how they said they were going to have armed officers where they were counting ballots? Because they were going to disrupt this process because it wasn't working out. That was their excuse for flipping pancakes. So that was a secret. Oh my God, get this. Oh shit. Okay, so this area, the 11th house, hopes, wishes, friends, your friends, science, technology. We had the temperance card, blending information. Only one person showed up. It was G-string. Her. I can't say her name. Her. G-string. That's what. She's been in the background of all this. She's busted. She's so busted. Flipping pancakes. I had nothing up here. Ninth, I know I'm going backwards. Ninth, lands far away. Aquarius, I knew. With the weird, wacky government, yes, I knew. And I'm the Knight of Pentacles mercenary to help you out with these problems. Counting ballots in Nevada. I did a Terrascope because the other night something came up with problems in Nevada. Oh, maybe that's related to the Sharpie marker thing. That Sharpie marker conspiracy thing is a cover-up for what's going on with the problems they're having because they got busted. We have the counting in Nevada. How Susan Collins won. Oh my God. And I don't know if anybody else saw this in Daily Beast about how on, what day is today? Is the 6th. Thursday, this article came out that the group, I don't know, Kenosha for Trump, which I think is actually, has origins here in Russia, emailed people, I don't know who, that related to the Trump Victory Fund, and they were calling for volunteers to call people in Pennsylvania, Trump supporters in Pennsylvania, to turn in their absentee ballots. This is after the election, so they're asking for people to turn in their ballots in which they would not be valid. Why is that? Because in the skies above, the Knight of Pentacles, the mercenaries, this is another message getting out there. We're having problems on the ground. The Knight of Pentacles, I have a yes here, but it's reversed, meaning, yes, it's working, but not really. It's kind of working. We need you to get us over the hump. I think that's what that was related to, because the flipping pancakes is not working. Because there's shared resources, the Six of Pentacles, look, it lines up. Six of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles. Oh my God. God. The Six of Pentacles is not lining up. You guys know what that looks like, but I'm just feeling a need to look for it. Okay, so the shared resources on the Six of Pentacles, things are not lining up. I'm calling my friend, putting this out there in the skies. Hey, we need some help. Get on it now because we're having problems. You know who else had the Six of Pentacles in this area of shared resources, Pentacles votes? Is that crazy pastor praying to the Africa angels in South America angels. That was another message they were trying to send off. You hackers in Africa and South America, we need help. Things are not working. This is for entertainment purposes only. This is only my opinion. I could be totally wrong. Who knows? Then in the area of flipping pancakes and their partnerships and who they worked with, oh, here's some more evidence. They got caught with Texas, that County Zapata, a Republican Party has not won since 1920. Hillary carried it by like 70% or something like that. Democrats have always carried it. This time, Donald got 2,000 votes. Biden got 1,000 votes. It did a total switch. It ended up in a differential of a ±6 of electoral votes. I think somehow is related because I have the -6 here. So it's a ±6 related to what happened in that county. This was a partnership on the ground for flipping pancakes to get this county to equally flip for taken away from Joe. And this is the reason why with partnerships, Bannon, fat bastard, was calling for the heads of Anthony. He was in on this. It's the reason why the Texas Supreme Court said, yet, we're not throwing out those votes because of flipping pancakes. And Attorney General Bill Barr is right there on the flipping pancakes. He probably ate them all, right? In this area, day to day, with flipping, 6,000 investigations, we have judgment. What does this mean? I don't think I have anyone there. I just made a note. Fifth house of the sun, Don Julio, the strength card, that's always Russia interfering. But also with the flipping, I did a teroscope on, well, what happens next? If Speaker Pelosi knows that there's been this cheater and this flipping of stuff, what happens next? Well, that's what happens next. Strength. We know about the Russia, where is it? Strength. And white ISIS here in the U.S. with their trucks. That's more evidence related to that. Fourth house of events with when they're flipping pancakes. We have the Ace of Wands. Anyone here? Kissimmee, Florida showed up here. That is the cable, the fiber optics cable that got cut in Florida when they were counting. And they were having problems with the internet. That's because they got flipping pancakes. Third house, Ace of Cups. You know, that's making the Russia really, really happy. Ace of Cups, that has to do came in the area of communications. Communication showed up here with creativity, and the communications had to do with the Enra is doing that. Hulk Bank, H-A-L-K, B-A-N-K, that turkey bank, Elaine Chow. Oh, and then Vlad's saying he's leaving in 2021 because he's got, you know, Parkinson's. From flipping pancakes. Do you get this? And then, I'm not going to find it. Income gains values. We've got the Page of Pentacles. That's the youth vote. That is counted votes. Reversed are votes that are not being counted. We have how Susan Collins won her seat. And Harris County, Texas. All have to do with flipping pancakes. That's why everything is so slow. Okay, let me check in with you guys. How are you guys doing? What? They are missing, Leslie. Wow. Holy cow. Okay. Yeah. Yes. Okay, so hi T-Barb. Happy birthday. Thank you. We got our birthday wish. How about it, T-Barb? High five. Let me get a drink. Okay. So I'm sitting down. So I finished this and this and this. So we're gonna switch gears. You guys still with me? I know that's a lot of information. But just wait. Just wait. So this is why I was shaking, because stuff related to Nevada was showing back up. There's two important dates. February 15th. Let me show you this thumbnail. This one I did. Donald meet Karma, third quarter Scorpio moon. This is the pivotal quarter moon after the Saturn-Pluto conjunction for you astro junkies and listening to this stuff. I remember my mind was going crazy because it pulled in everything. I said, Donald, this and this and this. And then this happened like 3 days later. This explains everything that's happening right now. So this was 8 months ago. That quarter moon in Aquarius Scorpio, you count 8 months, you get to the 8th house, life and death. What happened here is karma. Karma is happening. Furthermore, I have told you guys the bottom of the chart has to do with your ancestors, who we are, where we've been. It can be karmic because we're pulling in our history and our ancestors. So this full moon was at 8 degrees Scorpio, intercepted. When Donald was inaugurated, the moon was at 9 degrees Scorpio in this house of We the People. You see that? It's like magic. 8 degrees Scorpio, our full moon, everything is being revealed. Shocking sudden information. Next to Uranus. Aquarius, Uranus. 0 degrees Aquarius is at the top of the chart at his inauguration. Which, when I said the January 19th full moon, monster blue moon eclipse was the beginning of the end of his inauguration, it's right here. He is at the end. 9 degrees, we the people, 8 degrees, 38 minutes. The sun is right there. 8 months later, in the house of life and death, dead, transformed. They're done. Also, that third quarter moon was on February 15th. Oh, who's calling me? I don't know. That was at 26 degrees Scorpio, 26 degrees Aquarius. At the time, I was like, you guys, so much is happening because the sun is conjunct the USA moon, we the people, in healing. And it was also conjunct Venus at the Saturn-Pluto conjunction. We have all the favor. This was squaring Donald's ascendant, the thing that gives him life. It was squaring his opposite and squaring his natal Mars, which is his aggression, which is weak. So at this time with the Nevada primaries, he was charging along. This thing came along. Oh, and because this chart here touched, number one, Donald's part of karma. The bottom of the chart is 15 degrees Scorpio. Everything that is bearing down on the gravitational pull of Washington, D.C. His karma is right there. When this happened, this is like when the busts start with Nevada and hacking and the primaries. And because Saturn Pluto hit the entire globe in their changing of world governments, the entire world doing crappy interference stuff got busted then. This is when it manifested. 8 months later, we're seeing it play out in our faces. We haven't seen it since then because Scorpio is quiet and hidden. You cannot see what Scorpio does until it's time. It's time for the reveal, which means everything's done. But this was his point of karma. Oh, my God, this is it. The moon at 26 degrees Scorpio is Donald's part of fraud. Fraud. His fraud and karma. Fraud. And what do we see right now? All the fraud that's happening right now. And he's stuck and he's called out and Junior is crying on TV. Do you get how incredible this is? So all this happened, and at the same time where Mars was, I talk about it in that video, how it's a death blow to the Republican Party. That when all is said and done, they are done. They are very full of themselves and assured, but they're done because this hits their natal sun in their chart at Pisces 29 degrees. The other thing that happens for the Democrats, and I say it in that video back on February 15th, I'm like, oh my gosh, because I'm like a couple days later, this happens. The sun conjuncts their natal Pluto. Power, transformation, life, death. And I was like, gosh, I just really hope the Democrats don't shoot themselves in the foot and do something dumb. I really hope they rise up and transform their party and take over with power. We're there right now because that happened. Apollo, anyway, that was over that. It is so worth a listen to, again, because I outlined step by step what happens, that Donald's part of fraud and karma were active this entire week. They were busted behind the scenes. Have you noticed how much conversation has come up about Parscale and what is he doing? Is he writing a book? No one can see his psychiatric papers. They're keeping Parscale in the news because there's something much bigger going on with him and what happened back in February. So, part of fraud, my God. So the other thing that happened, this is his inauguration. The sun was there. Now today, we're supposed to have some sort of speech today from former Vice President Biden. The sun right now, a couple hours ago, was 14 Scorpio, 52 minutes. It's holy shit, you guys. In hours, it's probably when he gives this speech, the sun will probably be 15 degrees Scorpio, which is conjunct the asteroid Juno, which has to be marriage and agreement, unifying the country because we're married to you. We decided you. And when everything went down back in February with the fraud and getting busted, the bottom of the chart in Washington, D.C. was 15 degrees Scorpio. The karma happened. Now the sun today is 15 degrees Scorpio, and we have a we're going to have a president-elect. When Joe took the lead overnight, holy crap. This is when I know it happened a couple minutes before, but this is when I saw it. So I used the chart when I saw it. Biden took the lead in Georgia, 1,096 votes. We have 1 degree Leo on the midheaven, 26 Libra on the ascendant. This lines up with the beginning of the end monster January 19th eclipse. Let me get that for you. I know it's here somewhere because I got organized, kind of. Oh, God, where is it? Let's see. Do I still have a battery? I do. I have 18%. Where is that monster eclipse? Because you guys, you just have to see it. I just want to see it again because I just can't, kind of believe it. Where is it? That's the Democratic Party. Did I take out all my eclipses? Oh, come on. Seriously, where is it? Where's all my eclipses? January 19th. January 19th. That's July. I need January 19th. January 19th. November. January 19th. January 19th. I'll be there. I have to find this. And I took it out because I was using it and didn't put it back. You know, like when people put dishes away and they don't put it back where it belongs and you can't find anything, except now I did it to myself. January 19th, January 19th. Oh my God. Oh, look it. Oh, here it is. Ha. Dun, dun, dun. I got it. Donald's fraud, his karma. Here we are again. The sun is about 15 degrees Scorpio today. It's rolling under Washington, D.C. with a new leader. Transformate. Hello, this is transformation. So when he went ahead, we have 1 Leo at the top of the chart. This is that monster 5-hour total lunar eclipse. 0 degrees Leo. The beginning of the end of Don Julio. On the ascendant is 25 degrees Libra. We have 26 degrees Libra with Mercury there, the messenger. I have a message. You guys, he's done. We have made it. Do you get it? You get it? Do you get it? He's done. There is nothing else. He can't get out of it. It's final. It's just going to be the negotiations behind the scenes because people got thrown under the bus. Oh, you guys want to see this one? Because this is what now look how big this one is. So I just showed you the cheater, pumpkin eater, and the flipping pancakes. This one was, can you read this? How did McTurtle cheat? Come on. Oh, no. No. Oh, my goodness. We don't want to look at my ceiling. That was weird. Yeah, I've got these horrible popcorn ceilings. So, how did he cheat? Look at all of this. This says from the Nevada primaries, what showed up then that we're seeing now, FBI, IC intelligence regarding the cheaters. That's all the stuff that showed up from the primaries. And then this one, oh, who got caught? Cheater so far. These people are so busted. Do you want me to keep going? Who should I do? Which one do you want to hear first? How McConnell cheater, what showed up from the Nevada primaries, or who's gotten busted so far? Who do you want me to do first? You don't watch with an ulcer. We're done with that. Cheater. Okay. Cheater busted. Okay, so cheater, rainbow, cheater, does that mean you answered first? Is that McTurtle you're talking about, I assume? And then we'll do busted. Okay. So, how did he do it? So, on the ascendant here, we have the Page of Pentacles. That's the youth vote. So, looking at the voters, okay, do you guys hear about his name Steve, Hotze, left the crazy message on Governor Abbott's voicemail. He is a GOP operative. I think that helps behind the scenes with like fundraising. And he said, you better shoot to kill the protesters. So he showed up with Mitchie about votes. Betsy DeVos on the 1776 executive order, Israel, the Nevada ballots. The King of Swords, now that's like the master hacker. Maybe that's a master hacker leader from a nation. The Knight of Swords is the actual like digital armies, those working beneath the master. So he cheated by also using Jared. And the United States Postal Service outbound mail that were not scanned. The Iranian hackers with Russia, Elaine Chao, and the Sharpie marker conspiracy is how he cheated. So what he was doing with the elections, the Two of Wands, his plan was using the Kissimmee, Florida fiber optics, starting a civil war. Secondary players are with G-String, Ghislaine, Nigel, Fat Bastard, Christopher Ray of Light, and then the secondary is also the Kenosha people for Donald. And he did that by messaging about the Two of Pentacles, which I think the Two of Pentacles is a transfer of data with the plan to hold on to the house. Primary people there were, when Donald tweeted the thing, I love Texas, when the bus was getting surrounded. It has to do with that because I think it's because it promotes it in social media. This is unrelated, but the company by Jack Ma, Alibaba, is in China, made a huge merger this week, and then the threats of the Civil War. Always cheating. Secondary players, we have, I can't read that. Antifa trending, Josh Kushner, Judge Sullivan, and his orders, because he's getting busted. And then Marco Rubio's tweet in favor of like that bus and how they do it in Florida. This is by the means which they were trying to cheat. They've gotten busted. In terms of gains and incomes and votes, he had the world card, which means it's on a world stage. Sally Yates knows what happened. And then there's something related with the Greensboro, North Carolina ballots that falls in this. Maybe that got busted up. In fire of defenses, we have the King of Cups down here, which is, he cheated because he's got a lot of support from the King of Cups, which is usually Putin. But This is another police department in Evanston outside of Chicago. Something big happened with them in Northwestern University. Judge Sullivan again, Korth Noria, Adam Schiff knows, and then all this ransomware hitting hospitals, and mail not getting processed, and then fat bastards part of it. Things were communicated with the Fifth House, the White House. Mostly we have, I did a teroscope of, well, what's the consequences of the election as a result of Pelosi knowing that there was cheating? This showed up. The election result consequences. Secondary, where the United States Postal Service facility checks. Detroit's in trouble. The Biden bus. I can't read that. Public servants. The White House being on lockdown is a way that helped with cheating, isolation. And Ghislaine, she shows up again, going between public servants and investigations. In this area of partnerships, making things go quickly, we have. So during the election, the votes were coming in. I was on Twitter. I'm like, you guys, I just feel something dark, some dark energy coming in. It feels like a hacker. I said in my video, it's kind of if you're in the dark and a dark fog comes in, you can't see it, but you know it's there because you can kind of smell it. That showed up in the partnerships. Why I feel the hackers right now. Why Donald, this is partnership, was talking about Biden's legs. That was a message. Haspel is there, and then how he canceled, he cheated is because the mail was not scanned, so it did not have a final destination where it could go. That's why that guy's like, I don't know, I can't find it, because we were so concerned about speed, we did not scan them. Marco Rubio's tweet was related to this. And then my question, what happens next, Speaker Pelosi? With him cheating. Something's happening. I don't think they're going to come to that for a while because we got to get through one thing at a time. Ninth house lands far away, Nine of Pentacles, the oligarchs. Mastery of this stuff. House of Defense, Gina Haspel shows up again. And then the problems that were happening in Nevada was related to lands far away. So he's been cheating with outside far away help, but Nevada's what busted Mitch cheating. What's crowning him? The Seven of Swords. How I steal elections. Ivanka's there. Judge Sullivan ordering sweeps. The White House on lockdown. Oh, wait, no. White ISIS. Parkinson's for Putin. He's trying to get away. Disappear so nobody looks for him. Secondary players, we have Lara. We have the bus. We have the election itself. Mail not being scanned. Iranian hackers. And Egypt shows up. This is what's crowning him cheating and getting busted. And his friends, the Seven of Pentacles, that could be like a backlog of mail, backlog of ballots that haven't been counted, but this is how he's cheating. What also lined up with that was the 250 guards, the National Guards, standing at the White House. I think they really thought they were going to rig this thing so badly that people were going to crush the White House in protest, but they failed to achieve that objective because nobody's going there to protest. Parscale showed up. Okay, here, this is how else he cheated. DeJoy is with UPS and their XPO Logistics. I had a teroscope on how was XPO Logistics used with our mail and ballots, and XPO shows up so I hope that there's an investigation into UPS and how maybe they logistically took mail out or maybe drove it far away. Maybe this is why we can't find those ballots. But the FBI is there, and after election ballots, asking people to call Trump supporters and Pennsylvania about their ballots, because that was just another messaging technique out there. We need help. And then his secrets, the Three of Swords, his treason. We have that Steve Hotze guy that left that nasty, shoot him to Governor Abbott in Texas. We have Junior crying, Judge Sullivan, DeJoy and contempt. The reason why Donald's campaign, they said they felt better than 2016 on the day of the election. Treason. Rebecca Mercer, Rubio's tweet. There's a Judge Hannon rejects something. The planned armed conflict. These are all the secrets. Secondary players, we've got the DBCSM. That is the digital. This is the mail sorters that had the digital codes on it. Those machines that were disassembled. That was the secret on how they were cheating. Russia's there, MBS is there as a secret, and their hidden enemy is, because their hidden enemy is Egypt, if anyone finds out, and that they're asking for help in Pennsylvania and abroad about ballots to, I think, delegitimize the election. Let me get a drink of water. Ooh, my battery's going. Okay. This one's kind of long. So who else got caught up in the cheating so far? We have facing judgment. We have what happened at Northwestern University with the students. I think this was provoked so that they could get data on voters in Illinois and Chicago. Whoever's in charge of the sexy trolls here on my channel, who got caught? It's why I could feel the hackers coming in. China, hospital numbers getting altered, cerveza virus numbers. Sheldon Whitehouse seems to know what's going on. And then that email that was sent out. We also have, this is the Five of Wands reverse is supposed to be total fighting obstruction, but it's kind of like the obstruction is falling, and we've got Israel, Rubio, FBI, and the fact that there was no process for mail to be scanned, sorted, and if it was found in a place it didn't belong, there was no process for them to get it and send it where it needed to be. That whole process is getting caught up in this scandal. The Page of Swords is usually like a hacker or like a disinformation person, like Project Veritas and that guy, those guys, like Jack Posobiec and those weirdos. Primary, we have DeJoy's consequences after the election. The hack flipping votes, flipping pancakes. Who was involved with that? We have Eric Prince, Hulk Bank, Pelosi knows about the cheating. And it has to do with the reason why they wanted to be 6 feet away from the election, from the ballot counting. That is also playing, whoever's behind that is a major critical piece. In terms of like getting the vote and the counts, we have Rubio and this guy. The speed is focused with the mail. Those people are busted on such a deeper level. People who are messaging about this regarding the King of Cups and, Putin. We have the Texas Supreme Court denying them what they wanted. Whatever's going on here with the Nevada ballots and what happens next. The people involved with this, their defenses. We've got Eric Prince from that executive order, Elaine Chao. Who is this? Bray, the guy that testified to Judge Sullivan, he's on defense. Yeah, in hindsight, we probably should have scanned the mail. They're also getting busted. Fifth house of the sun, Donald, they got caught. The result of Donald's election. I did a Terrascope on what's the result of the election for Donald. He got caught. That's what got busted. Junior, Nigel, Secondary, Newt Gingrich, sexy trolls. And the Texas Supreme Court seems to know a lot what's going on. 6th house, public servants. The 10 of Pentacles, I think that is the Trump dynasty, got caught by NCSC, which is the UK kind of cybersecurity. The partnerships of people who got caught. We have the hearing that was held on November 4th about the robocalls that went out in Iowa, don't vote. Iowa is part of what went down in the primaries. Remember what a mess that was? Iowa's primaries in that app, and they couldn't count stuff. Iowa was a mess. They will no longer have caucuses as a result. Iowa showed up. So did the executive order, 1776, patriotic education. Secondary, we have the Walmart, who is part of that negotiation with TikTok and Oracle. I don't know how exactly they're involved with it, but it has to be with data. I have nothing there. 9th house lands far away. Pelosi knows what's crowning what got caught. We have Kim Jong-un, but I think it's from the before he was dead, not dead, but it's still like showing up because they don't know how to do his job anymore. Sally Yates knows. So does Christopher Wray and the Republican Party. That is what's crowning all of who got busted. Let me say that again. What happened in Iowa, the executive order that Donald signed. Oh, wait, no, not, I'm sorry, I'm reading the line. So these are all the people that got busted. People related to KJU from 2016. Sally Yates knows, Ray knows about the Republican Party and what they did. Hopes, wishes, friends that got busted. Ban it, fast bastard. Calling for that's why he was calling for that stuff to happen. Okay, I only have 10% left on my battery. I might just suddenly tune out. Sorry, you guys. And the secrets, hidden enemies related to who got busted, we have the sacrifice. I think Donald got thrown under the bus. We have Harris County, Texas Supreme Court, DeJoy, what he did with by not scanning outbound mail. Betsy DeVos, China, Netanyahu, Iran, cybersecurity knows. Callista showed up as a secondary, the Nevada primaries, and the speed at which to get this all done. That's who showed up. So, kind of crazy. It all came to a head. I'm going to close this up now, you guys, but I sincerely, oh, look at the little kitty cat, isn't she cute? I'm going to go back and take notes on this because it outlines everything. I outlined everything that was getting caught up that week with his fraud. And then the next one, this was Parscale's headache. Parscale's problem started here. Listen to those. It is mind-blowing, okay? So you guys have a great Aloha Friday. Oh, and just to let you know, today, right before I started the sun, at this critical degree, 14, 15 degrees Scorpio, guess where the moon was? 24 degrees Cancer, can opener eclipse. You guys, it all works together. I promised you all along it will come together. And so those guys are like, what happened? And we're all like, we know what happened, right? So we'll catch up later. We are going to have a really interesting quarter moon coming up here. Have a great Aloha Friday. Chill, enjoy. We got this. I've been telling you all along, we are going to win. We're going to win. We've won. Okay. Have a great day. Thanks, you guys. Thank you, lovely moderators. Have a great day. Thank you for the birthday wishes.